Sanchez. On deck, we have Class 2, Hattie Morrison, Emery Brannigan, Hannah Howes, Mackenzie Merrill, Abby Wiley, Brandon Winslow, Cooper Sanchez, Sage Sterner, Leah Kemp, Cooper Baumgartner, Ryan Fairherm, Brinley Cardona, Blair Sanchez, and Tara Neal. Today for the born and raised, the breeders we have exhibited in these 8 classes are B3 Livestock, Brody Medina, Cox Club Lambs, Derner Club Lambs, Emery Brannigan, Jeffrey Club Lambs, Kinsley Curlis, Lambert Baumberger Livestock, Little Bow Sheep, Spy Club Lambs, T4 Livestock, Watkins Club Lambs, Winslow Club Lambs, and 2905 Livestock.
Well, good evening. Certainly excited to be in Wyoming this evening. It's nice and cool up here compared to where I'm from, south of Houston. I think we were 97 degrees and 100% humidity today. So a little drier weather, a little cooler temps, certainly nice for this Texan. But I think we've got a really nice set of sheep as we start our born and raised show here. I think a really competitive set all the way through. I think it's really close in these top end, specifically these top 3 in my opinion. I land on this young lady's weather here. I feel like this one probably is the most extended of the 3. This guy is sure big in his rack shape. He's sure long and big out of that hip. I really like him in terms of his lower leg shape there. A nice extended one, and I think excuse me, I think as you study him at the top of his shoulder, I think he's a tall-shouldered wether that really gets that neck out of the top of his shoulder. Now, there's no doubt that this weathering, too, is massive, and he's got lots of pounds to him. I think there's only about 6 or 7 pounds difference between these two. But for me, this one, I read him just a bit more conventional in his type and kind, maybe not as long in his spine, maybe not as extended. But man, he's sure packed full of product. I think that's a wether that's sure got lots of product to him. Good pair there. If you like them different, I sure don't argue. Now the ewe lamb with the boot wool, I really like in terms of design. Now that one's got a great build in my mind. That one maybe gives up just a shot of power, shot of shape to her rib. But boy, she's long, she's extended. I love that one's build in terms of extension. Maybe just want to put a little bit more product on them compared to those wethers. But I think that's a nice ewe lamb in her own right. Then we get into a pair here. They're really good built, long-bodied ones. They're just a different type here. Maybe give up some power and shape comparatively. But I really like those lambs in terms of build and balance. Maybe just need a shot more muscle. But I think a good set. Give them a good round of applause as we start the show.
Congratulations to Class 1. First place, Adeline Crowder with her Spy Club Lamb. Second place, Blair Sanchez with her Spy Club Lamb. Third place goes to Grace Baumgartner. Fourth place, Emery Brannigan. Fifth place, Emery Brannigan. I didn't mention this in the beginning, but every class, first and second, will come back for the grand drive for champion and reserve overall born and raised. Coming in the ring now, we have Class 2, Hattie Morrison, Emery Brannigan, Hannah Howes, Mackenzie Merrill, Abby Wiley, Brandon Winslow, Cooper Sanchez, Sage Derner, Leah Kemp, Cooper Baumgartner, Ryan Fairherm, Brinley Cardona, Blair Sanchez, Tara Neal. On deck, we have Class 3, Selena Cole, Connor Olavison, Farah Schmidl, Drayden Morrison, Bemily Watkins, Sage Sterner, Clara Kemp, Cooper Sanchez, Avon Green.
Okay, exhibitors, make sure you get your pictures taken tomorrow during the beef show. Also, if you were champion or reserve champion in your species, as a senior, champion junior, or champion intermediate, and you haven't done that QR code yet for the round robin, you can come and tell me tonight, or do that and I'll write your name down tonight when I get home. But I need to know those as soon as possible.
Lining up at the gate, we have Class 3, Selena Milhouse Cole, Connor Olavison, Bear Schmidl, Drayden Morrison, Bemley Watkins, Sage Sterner, Clara Kemp, Cooper Sanchez, and Avon Green.
Give this class a good round of applause, if you would. Quality's really deep in my mind all the way down, and so it got really close all the way through, and I think there's some sheep on down that certainly probably could rise up to the top and maybe had thoughts of winning the class, and so I just tell you how I see them, and somebody different might have saw them different, and that's okay. I land on the young man's sheep up front. To me, this weather I thought was just really good up front. I think he's sure expressive in his rack shape, really extended again up there, long-sided, really got lots of turn to his quarter there, to his lower leg. I really like that lamb in terms of how robust he is down low, and that's where I land on him. Now this one that leads the pack here, this ewe lamb, is one that I like a great deal in terms of balance, and I think she's most like our class winner. But that one there maybe gives up a little bit of power compared to that class winner, but man, it's sure close in those two. I really like this ewe lamb in terms of her balance and the way she looks. Again, maybe you want to power her up. Now this young lady here can flat show the fire out of this weather, and she had him looking 12 o'clock every time, and that's to me that's what gets her into the heat of it. I think that one there is awfully good as you compare that one to the black-faced sheep that beats her. Sure big, but big racked, big ended, sure extended, and I think that one sure got a nice look. I think that one's got a lot of merit in that particular weather, and I think that one needs to be up here in the top. Same with the young man's ewe lamb that was third, or fourth, excuse me. I think that one is one that you really like in terms of just freshness and look. Maybe gives up some power comparatively, but that one sure got a nice build and look. Just want to power that one up just a little. We get down here to a ewe lamb that's sure been fighting this young lady, and she sure worked hard. Lots of power in this ewe lamb. Big old square rack in that one. Maybe feels just a handle, just a nickel washed out as you get over that hind saddle there. But man, that one's sure big rack. Sure lots of muscle in there, and I think a lot of that is she just didn't want to be a show lamb today. So she fought her, but she worked hard. Congratulations. We get on down to quite a few on down the line that good quality sheep that just sure got good look and got some power and muscle in them. Maybe just don't quite have the extras the other have in class. Give them a good round of applause on a tough class to work through. Get some water. Good job, guys. Thanks. Good job. Great job. Good job. Good job. Good job, good job, good job, y'all. Good job. You bet.
Okay, so tell us where you're from.
I'm from Danbury, Texas. South of Houston.
I gotta know a little more.
Did you hear on the news about Hurricane Beryl?
Yes.
Came right through us. I don't know if somebody...
Results of Class 2. First place, Ryan Fairherm with his Winslow Club Lamb. Second place, Cooper Baumgartner with his Watkins Club Lamb. Third place, Brinley Cardona. Fourth place, Brandon Winslow. And fifth place, Blair Sanchez. Coming into the ring is Class 3, Selena Milhouse Cole, Connor Olavison, Farrah Schmidl, Drayden Morrison, Bemley Watkins, Sage Sterner, Clara Kemp, Cooper Sanchez, Avon Green. On deck, Class 4, Michael Etcheper, Colton Baumberger, Marissa Merrill, Brody Medina, Maya Wiley, Whitley Smalley, Tyler Sunderland, Bryn Bullgren, Connor Olavison, and Whitley Smalley. She's a scratch. Our judge today is Shane Jennings. He spent his time raising and exhibiting cattle at the local, state, and national level. Upon graduating high school, he then went on to earn an associate's degree from Blinn College and then his bachelor's of science in animal science from Sam Houston State University, while participating on the livestock judging team for both programs. From there, Shane went back to Sam Houston State University, where he received his master's degree in agriculture while serving as their collegiate livestock judging coach. He now lives in Danbury, Texas, with his wife Jessie of 15 years, their 13-year-old son Connor, and 10-year-old daughter Cameron. When Shane isn't judging livestock shows across the nation, he enjoys taking his own kids to cattle shows throughout Texas. Thanks for coming, Shane. For those of you that are here this evening and viewing the lamb show and kind of wondering why we have an extra lamb show, this is the Born and Raised show, and it's an accumulation of every local breeder in Laramie County. Tonight we have 14 breeders exhibited and shown by all of our local youth. Thank you to every single one of them for supporting our kids with your programs. You are the heart of our lamb show.
We get in this next class, good class to work through here. I got on this pair of sheep real quick when they came in because I like their pattern, the muscularity that they offer. I land on this young man's weather. I feel like this one's really bold in his rack shape. I think he holds an advantage in his top pair, just a bit more extended as you study him ahead of his shoulder there and in the mid part of his body. I think that one reads just a nickel longer sided, if you will. Big old leg in that thing, and I think that's an awfully good built one at that. So nice job to that young man. Young man in 2 brings one that I think is packed full of power and dimension too. Maybe not quite as raw as the sheep that beats him, but I think that one's sure got plenty of power and dimension. Maybe that one just wants to come up middle of her back there as she goes, just being critical. Maybe not quite as long side and extended, but plenty there. So good pair of sheep there. You like those a different way. I sure don't argue. Again, good pair there for them young men. The darker one that comes next is one that for me maybe follows in terms of type and kind and extension and muscularity. This one gives up some mass in the middle there. I'd like to see this sheep boulder the base of her rib cage there. But man, I really like the dimension and power and build, and that's what got her into the top end. We got a pair of ewe lambs that come next that really got some good build to them from the side. These sheep run out of gas when you get in behind them. But man, from the side, they're sure good built, good middled, plenty of width to them. Again, just need a little more muscularity in this pair. I really like them from the side in terms of build. So I think if you're, I know we're talking more market, but if we're talking breeding side of these two females, I think there's some advantages with those two. Again, in here they just get outpowered. So and same with the sheep on down. Maybe just run out of gas in terms of muscularity, but some good built, good balanced ones. The young kids have done a great job getting them presented. So congratulate them with a round of applause if you would.
Okay, results of Class 3. First place, Cooper Sanchez with his Spy Club Lamb. Second place, Sage Durner with his very own Durner Club Lamb. Third place, Bemley Watkins. Fourth place, Connor Olavison. And fifth place, Ferris Schmidl. Coming in the ring now is Class 4. Michael Etcheper, Colton Bomberger, Marissa Merrill, Brody Medina, Maya Wiley, Whitley Smalley, Tyler Sunderland, Bryn Bulgren, Connor Olavison, and Whitley Smalley. On deck, we have Class 5. Michael Etcheper, Adeline Crowder, Brinley Cardona, Tegan Durner, Haley Bruckner, Blair Sanchez, Anna Kemp, Guthrie Watkins, Ethan Baumberger, McKinley Sunderland, Bryn Bulgren, Olivia Johnson, Grace Baumgartner, and Coyer Bowman. The 14 breeders that we have exhibited this evening are B3 Livestock, Brody Medina, Cox Club Lambs, Durner Club Lambs, Emery Brannigan Club Lambs, Jeffrey Club Lambs, Kinsley Curlis Club Lambs, Lambert Baumberger Livestock, Little Bow Sheep, Spy Club Lambs, T4 Livestock, Watkins Club Lambs, Winslow Club Lambs, and 2905 Livestock. A cell phone has been found.
I'm telling you.
It looks like a black iPhone. If you're missing one, it's up at the announcer stand.
Another great class to work through. Give them a good round of applause if you would. I think there was a pair of sheep at the top end of this deal for me, and they hit me hard when they came in, and there's some minute differences between these two. I land on the young man's ewe lamb. I think that one's just awfully robust and dense, and that one's got a big old rack in her, and I think she's muscular and still got a really good build, and he sure shows the fire out of her. Sure tall-shouldered, real extended up front, an awfully good sheep to start this class. And young man that's in two, I think he got fourth earlier, and I asked him if he's going to do better. He said, yes, I am. He was pretty confident in himself, but he's got a good weather. I think that's a big rack, stout muscled kind of weather. Maybe a shot more conventional as you study that one, not quite as long spined as that ewe lamb that beats him, but a good pair of sheep there that are very muscular, that need to be in the top pair pretty quickly in this class, and I like both of them a great deal. Young man kind of works his way up with a good balanced one that's just not a whole lot wrong with, and that one's just balanced. That weather balances up really well from the side. He's got enough muscle, he's got enough look, he's got enough of everything, and that's kind of what slides that one up into the top three for me. I think he gets just a shot out-powered as you study the sheep ahead of him, but a good sheep in his own right. Young man does a great job. Then we get into a set down here. This young lady here well, I had a conversation with her over on the rail that she didn't come to play. She was ready. She was intense, and she's got a nice tall-shouldered ewe lamb there that maybe just gets a shot out powered as we study her, but that one's the one that you gotta like in terms of the round shape of that one's body. Just need a shot more muscle on that one as you study her compared to the top end, but a good sheep there. Same with the young man's. I like to lean this one up just a hair, but a good built one that sure balances up good from the side. We got a good set all the way down. Again, we just got some sheep that just run out of power and width and muscle. Maybe not quite as lean as some of the others out here, but a good class to work through. Again, give them a big round of applause as they leave.
Okay, another great class of born and raised. First place is Colton Baumberger with a Lambert Baumberger lamb. Second place is Connor Olavison with a Jeffrey Club lamb. Third place is Michael Etcheper with a Winslow Club lamb. Fourth place is Bryn Bulgren, and fifth place is Tyler Sunderland. Coming in the ring is Class 5. On deck is Class 6. Brandon Winslow, Jaden Cordona, Shelby Clark, Tegan Durner, Cooper Sanchez, Hannah Schick, Sage Durner, Reese West, Kason Bowman, Owen Green, Ryan Fayerherm, Shelby Clark. Please thank our champion born and raised lamb buckle sponsor, Laramie County Farm Bureau. We encourage everyone to attend the FFA Livestock Sale at 7 p.m. on Friday at the Wyoming Hereford Ranch and the 4-H Livestock Sale on Saturday morning starting at 9 a.m. here at the Event Center at Archer. Please come out and support our youth and all of their hard work.
I think the quality just keeps getting deeper and deeper as the bigger we get in these classes. And I tell you, these top 5 here, I think, are all very tough contenders out here in my mind. And I tell you that I landed on these 2 up front, and I like these 2 when they hit the ring. They both hit me hard, and I tell you the differences that I see in them. And again, it's one of those things that they both have their advantages and their trade-offs out here, and you can do things a couple different directions. And so I landed on the young lady's ewe lamb. I think I read her just a nickel longer sighted, a nickel more extended. I think as you start studying shape and muscularity in both these 2 sheep, I think you're splitting hairs. For me, that's what sorts the pair. I think both of these sheep are really good chested. They're really muscular sheep that you got to appreciate the extra extension and balance and build that they have. And I think that, as you sheep breeders, I'm not a sheep breeder, but I can tell you these 2 look really hard to make. And so that would be something I'd be proud of. Young man's is sure stout. I sure like this one in terms of his right behind this one's shoulder and his rack shape. He's sure big right behind his shoulder there and progresses that back. Big old end in him. Again, minute differences between the 2. You land on him from a muscularity standpoint. I sure wouldn't argue with you one bit. I like that one a great deal. Congratulations. Young man had a tough time here, but he worked hard with this weather. And I think that one's got plenty of good. Whole thing wouldn't want to show today, but man, he sure runs with him in terms of rack shape and power. Maybe not quite as much of him as those top pair, but man, there's some quality in this sheep. You got to like the build in him. You got to like the look, the balance, and still plenty of muscle in him. I just don't think he quite has just as much to him compared to that top pair. Now, this young lady worked her way up there with one that I think is sure balanced up good. That one could be a nickel leaner, if you will. But I read this one still neater in his chest floor and up into his plate than the sheep behind him. And that's what sorted this trio sheep for me. I think all 3 of them are very muscular. They're high quality sheep. Again, for me, I read this one just a little better up in his chest floor and his breast there compared to the wethers behind him. But a good set of sheep. Give them all a good round of applause, if you will, as they exit.
All right, results of Class 5. First place goes to Haley Bruckner with her Jeffrey Club Lamb. Second place goes to Coyer Bowman with his Jeffrey Club Lamb. Third place, Ethan Baumberger. Fourth place, Grace Baumgartner. And fifth place, Blair Sanchez. Coming in the ring is Class 6. Brandon Winslow, Jaden Cardona, Shelby Clark, Tegan Durner, Cooper Sanchez, Hannah Schick, Sage Durner, Reese West, Kason Bowman, Owen Green, Ryan Fairherm, and Shelby Clark. On deck, Class 7, Haley Bruckner, Whitley Smalley, Haley Bruckner, Callie Rosner, Cooper Baumgartner, Kason Bowman, and Kylie Hockup. This evening's prizes for the born and raised. The showman receives a banner and a belt buckle sponsored by Laramie County Farm Bureau. And the breeder gets a banner and a chair.
Give me a good round of applause, if you would, of this next class. I think we've got a good set to work through here, especially this top three. I like these a great deal, and I've had each one of them win in the class a couple of different ways, and I ultimately land on the young man in the green shirt. To me, this weather is one that really good in his chest. He's really tall-shouldered. He's one that you really like. This guy, when you get your hands on him, he's sure big-ended and really fresh in his handle, and I think there's a lot of quality in that particular sheep, and then that's where I land on him. For me, the one that comes second, I really like this weather when he comes in. Maybe, again, a shot shorter-sighted, but, boy, he's packed full of power. Big old rack sitting up there. He's one that you really got to appreciate how powerful he is from behind. We study the two. I think maybe that other one maybe gets a little better out of his chest plate there, but, man, that's being critical on a really good one. I think that's a tough pair. Congratulations to both of those young men. We got a taller one coming next. It's hitting that 140 range, and I think this guy really handles good down his back. He's one that, how I saw him compared to those others, maybe for his frame size and stature, I think he runs out of power when you get in behind him. I don't call him light-muscled by any stretch, but for the frame size that he is, I don't think he has as much punch from behind as that pair that beat him. Man, there's plenty of quality and plenty of muscularity in that guy. That's just how I see the top three. You change those up, I sure don't argue with you. Young lady in the red works her way up there with one that sure balances well. I like the turn to this one's rib. I really like how tall-shouldered this guy is and extended he is up there in front of his shoulder there. He's one that just gets outmassed and outpowered by the trio ahead of him, but that's a good one in terms of balance and build and look, and I appreciate that. Young man brings one that's probably getting a little condition on him. He's one that I appreciate that one's length and length of spine. He's one that, again, has a little chest there for me and maybe not quite as lean to the touch as that four that beat him, but a good set. Congratulations on all of them. I think all down the line, we've got a set that just maybe getting a little overdone there, maybe not quite as lean, but not quite as muscular. Good class to work through. Give them a good round of applause.
Okay, results of Class 6. First place, Reese West with his Little Bow Sheep Lamb. Second place, Kason Bowman with his Jeffrey Club Lamb. Third place, Shelby Clark. Fourth place, Jaden Cardona. And fifth place, Cooper Sanchez. Coming into the ring is Class 7. On deck, Class 8, Lana Johnson, Bemley Watkins, Whitley Smalley, Sage Sterner, Owen Green, Callie Rosner, Olivia Johnson, Kason Bowman, Braxton Neal, and Hannah Howes. In the holding area, we need Class 8, Lana Johnson, Bemley Watkins, Whitley Smalley, Sage Sterner, Owen Green, Callie Rosner, Olivia Johnson, Kason Bowman, Braxton Neal, and Hannah House. Then I need everyone who was first and second in their class to start coming up for the final drive.
Really a tough trio at the top end, not to take away from the others, but man, these things are good, and there's no other way to describe them. And I tell you how I see them. If you like a different one of these three to win, I'd high five you and tell you you're right, because I don't think there's a wrong way to do this. But for me, I just land on the one that's probably a little bit more extreme in his build. This one is probably a little more attractive as you study him up front, and I use that word loosely. I mean by that one is just really long and extended. As you get your hands on him, I think this is a big rack sheep. He's big-ended as well. He's certainly a taller statured sheep than the young man's one that I put in second. Plenty of power and dimension in that one. Now, this guy is packed full of power, and I think that he's going to be the biggest racked one I've handled so far in terms of just how massive he is. I love how robust and dense-bodied he is. You know, he's a little shorter-sided. Again, it doesn't bother me, just what I see the difference in those two. In his own right, maybe I don't think he is, but compared to the young lady that wins, that's the difference I see. And so that's a tough guy. When he hit the ring, that was what I had set as my class winner, and I think there at the end that's what sorted the two. I'd be proud to have either one of them. Young man has one that is probably just a lighter weight one compared to the top pair. I really like this weather when he gets out and goes. He just really fancy as he gets around the ring. Really square built, really muscular. He's one that falls out of that top pair just on sheer mass and power. There's plenty of it though in his own right. So I think but a good sheep in his own right in terms of look and balance and symmetry. Again, that's a tough top trio. A young man that comes next has one that's most like him in terms of just build and muscle. I really like this weather in his own right. I just think he gets outpowered by those three in front of him. But in his own right, this is a good muscular sheep in terms of his rack shape, his leg shape. I like the turn to that one's rib. He's another one that just, again, got outclassed and outmassed by that extra look. But, man, that's a good sheep in his own right. Same with the young lady. She's got an attractive one here that just gives out a power. I like the build and the balance in this ewe lamb. This one just comes out of some muscle compared to those. But I like that one a great deal in terms of just how that one's built from the side. We get down to some sheep that just get outpowered. This one comes next. It's one of those I'd like to lean up over her dock there. But I like the foot size in that one. I like how dense and robust that one is in terms of her middle. Maybe just gets outpowered. And young ladies, whether that concludes, maybe just doesn't balance up as good, but I really like that guy in terms of length of side and leanness. And young ladies done a great job presenting him. Give him a good round of applause if you would, and a good class to work through.
Results of Class 7, first place, Haley Bruckner with her Jeffrey Club Lamb. Second place, Kason Bowman with his Jeffrey Club Lamb. Third place, Haley Bruckner. Fourth place, Cooper Baumgartner. Fifth place, Callie Rosner. Coming in, Class 7 to round out the Bread and Fed show. Class 8 to round out the Bread and Fed show. And then we will call back Class 1. Adeline Crowder with her Spy Club Lamb. And Blair Sanchez with her Spy Club Lamb. Class 2, Ryan Fairherm with his Winslow Club Lamb. And Cooper Baumgartner with his Watkins Club Lamb. Class 3, we have Cooper Sanchez with his Spy Club Lamb. And Sage Sterner with her Derner Club Lamb. Class 4, we have Colton Baumberger with his Lambert Baumberger Lamb, and Connor Olavison with his Jeffrey Club Lamb. Class 5, Haley Bruckner with her Jeffrey Club Lamb, and Coyer Bowman with his Jeffrey Club Lamb, Class 6. Reese West with his Little Bow Sheep, and Kason Bowman with his Jeffrey Club Lamb, Class 7. Haley Bruckner with her Jeffrey Club Lamb, and Kason Bowman with his Jeffrey Club Lamb.
Again, this last class, some nice ones to work through here. I think a good top trio in my mind. This young man brings one that hit me hard when he brought her in. I thought that one was really square and massive, and I really like that one's rack shape and back into her lower leg. She's one that's certainly really tall stature and sure got a nice look up front. So I land on her pretty quickly. I think that's a logical place to start. I think we get into a pair of sheep here next that are most like her. I like this one that comes next this weather in terms of just how square built he is. He's one that sure dense and robust there at the base of his rib cage. He's certainly a sheep that you like the rack shape in him. Maybe just gives up some power and some extra look up front compared to that lamb that wins. But I think there's a lot of quality and mass in this one and a lot of merit from that standpoint to put this young lady in the top pair. Young lady that's having some trouble here. She has a good built one there that probably gets a little outmassed, but I like the build in that one. I like the muscularity in this ewe lamb. This is one that just maybe not quite as much of her as the top pair, but that's an awfully good built one. Come next with a young man that's got a nice one from the side that maybe is getting a little condition on this weather, but I like that limb in terms of just build and kind and the genuine shape that one has. I'd like to lean him up just a hair, but I think there's some quality there. Tall statured blue lamb comes next. It maybe just gets outmassed. Not quite as much to that sheep as the others, but man, that really tall framed one that's got a tall shoulder in that one certainly got some extension and some muscularity as well. We get on down the line and some sheep that you appreciate the length of spine in them, the balance and durability in them. Maybe not quite as much muscularity in these sheep to get up higher, but a good class to work through. Give them a round of applause. We're going to get us a grand drive in here in a moment. I got to take a quick potty break.
In the final drive, out of our 16 lambs that we're going to bring back, there are 7 breeders. Spy Club Lambs, Watkins Club Lambs, Winslow Club Lambs, Durner Club Lambs, Jeffrey Club Lambs, Little Bow Sheep, and Lambert Baumberger Club Lambs. Class 1, in first place, we have Adeline Crowder and Blair Sanchez in second place. Class 2, in first place, Ryan Bayerherm and Cooper Baumgartner in second place. Class 3, Cooper Sanchez in first place and Sage Sterner in second place. Class 4, Colton Baumberger in first place. In second place, Connor Olavison. Class 5, Haley Bruckner in first place and Coyer Bowman in second. Class 6, Reese West in first and Kason Bowman in second. Class 7, Haley Bruckner in first and Kason Bowman in second. In Class 8, Kason Bowman in first and Kelly Rosner in second.
Well, as we get into the champion drive, if you would give these exhibitors and all the exhibitors that came out today a big round of applause. To have a show this caliber and to be a county bred and born and raised or bred and owned, to however you label it, I think that's pretty special. And I think that wherever you do there, if you're in this county and you're raising livestock to this caliber, no matter what species they are, that says a lot, and there's something to be proud of. And I think from Class 1 to Class 8, I think the top pairs in those were pretty tough and even deeper than that in some classes. So, again, if you're a breeder here, be proud of what you've done. Even if I don't land on yours, there was lots of good ones here today and lots of quality, and I appreciate the opportunity to sort them. And, again, be proud that you bred them and raised them, and because there's nothing to make you more proud than raising good stock, and that's for sure. I thought, again, I'm not going to talk them all. There was a couple that rose to the top for me out here that stick out, in my opinion. But again, the quality has been impeccable, and so, again, be proud of that, and I appreciate the opportunity. If you would, give them a good round of applause. I'm going to go pick you a couple of favorites.
Champion lamb, bred by Jeffrey Club Lambs, exhibited by Haley Bruckner out of Class 5. Reserve champion lamb, bred by Little Bow Sheep, exhibited by Reese West out of Class 6. Congratulations.